Know who I am, but I'm going to explain it again. Me being funny. Um, I am the love goddess here at the Voodoo Institute, also known as the wonderful uh, ghetto priestess. Let me stop. But I'm in a good mood today, guys, and I'm going to tell you why I'm in such a great mood. Right? I'm in a great mood because I'm on the right side of fate. And I'm going to explain to you all what that means today, right? Let's talk about why we have gotten on here today, as I wish you all a happy Wednesday. And let's talk about the fact that we are on here to discuss, well, vibes and the energy of chaos, right? So, why are we talking about vibes? Why are we talking about chaos right now? I know a lot of you are like, oh my God, what? And then there's a lot of you that know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So, let's get into it because Spirit decided that I need to deliver this message on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why we're talking about vibes and chaos. You want to know why? Because the world is in chaos right now. Let's talk about the divination that Spirit has blessed me with so I can go ahead and get into this conversation. So, when I asked Spirit what it is that they wanted us to know during this time, what we need to be prepared for, what we need to be aware of, they talk about they immediately spoke of the fact that man has been disobedient. And I've been telling y'all this for months, literally for over a year almost. You need to get yourself in gear. You need to get yourself in order. You need to realign yourself with spirit and stop being so unnecessarily hard headed, right? Because when things hit the fan, when shit hits the fan, it's going to be really bad. It's going to be uncontrollable, and then you're not going to be able to do anything about it. So let's go into why I said this. So, in this divination, what was revealed to me is man's lack of faith in spirit from an emotional point of view. A lot of you have come into this situation with spirit and asked for change. You asked for change. Spirit demanded that you change, and you actively refused not to. You said that doesn't sound like fun. I'll change tomorrow. I'll be a better person later. I'll treat people better next year. That's not okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm in a room full of plants, so there's gonna be a couple bugs, okay? But no, Spirit talks about the fact that we told you. They said we told you to have faith in us. We told you to listen to us. And there's a reason why. Because now things are falling apart. Now man finds himself in a time period where you are unstable. Man finds himself in a time period where they cannot actively hear spirit. And they're blaming spirit for it. You are sitting here actively saying, this is not my fault. And that's what has upset spirit so bad. The fact that they gave you the option, they gave you help, they told you what to do, and you actively chose to say no. So now your lives are unstable. Now you have people losing jobs, children getting sick, you have families falling apart. This is only the beginning. Relationships coming to an end or they're on the rocks. Why? Because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. I know a lot of y'all are like, I know she did not get on her own YouTube channel just to read us our rights. I did. Because now you are coming to us, the priest, and you are complaining about spirit as if spirit is the problem and they're not. It is you. You are the problem. You are the reason why your life is in shambles because you've had months, over a year, 2 years, in fact, since 2019, right? So that's really three. You've had 3 years that Spirit has been telling you to get your shit together and you chose not to, right? So Spirit talks about the fact that Spirit is taking their hands off of you. There are ancestors that are stepping back in chaos that they are allowing to come in because whose ancestors are going to sit here and go to war, fight tooth and nail for a child that is ungrateful and undeserving, truth be told. That is not their job. A lot of you have taken on this perception that your ancestors are guard dogs, that they're supposed to jump when you say how high. You out of your goddamn mind. Y'all have really lost y'all mind. I'm actually very upset with a lot of y'all right now. Just the world in general, particularly women. Y'all have just truly shown your ass this season, and it's horrible. It is so horrible. Um, what kills me is that you won't even hold yourself accountable. A lot of you that are going through what you're going through are actively saying to yourselves, "This is not my fault. Woe is me. Poor me. I'm going through this and I don't deserve it." You're the ones that say it's always something. It's always something happening to me. Men don't never treat me right. Women are just not just a bunch of goddamn foolishness. This is a circus. It's an active circus that is going on in the world. So we're going to continue with the reading. So Spirit talks about you falling out with Spirit. That's what has happened here. You have actively fallen out with Spirit, and you're trying to blame other people for your actions. This is a period of time where you can't hide behind anything else. You can't. You can't hide behind anything because at the end of the day, God has always known your heart. He's always seen your intentions. He's seen every malicious act that you've ever done. And Spirit talks about this season being a season of karma. But I digress. We're gonna come back to that later. So Spirit also talks about this being a period of time where, well, I already said it, where they have stepped back to watch man fend for themselves almost. They said, we tried to help you. And for us to be living in a world where everyone is all of a sudden so aware of Spirit, how dare you still decide not to respect it? You have taken on this energy of Spirit is here to do what I say. Spirit is here to make my life easy. Spirit is here for me to light a green candle and make some money. Bitch, what? No, the fuck they're not. No, they're not. That's not your job. It's not their responsibility to come into your life and do shit like that when you won't even do it for yourself. Y'all sit here and do work on shit that don't matter, materialistic things, people. A whole lot of y'all doing hex work right now that's unwarranted because you're angry and you're being malicious. Let's see how well that works out for you. Spirit sits here and they talk about conversation. Well, first of all, they also talk about me being right about this energy of chaos this season, in that this is only the beginning. If y'all thought 2020 was bad, wait until this summer. Wait until this fall. Wait until this winter. It is going to take a long time for a lot of you to recuperate after this. And everything that you're going to get is what you deserve. So, Spirit talks about the fact that a lot of you that have been so malicious with your tongue, has been so malicious with your words, has been so vile with the world, your mouth is coming back to haunt you now. The things that you said, you're going to be held accountable for. The things that you've done, you're going to be confronted about. A lot of you are losing friendships, good friendships. A lot of you will lose relationships, marriages. Divorce will happen. Children will fight their parents. We are about to be in a true time of chaos and disease that man let go on themselves. So, right now is a time for you to figure out what side of this you are going to be on, right? You do. You need to figure out what side of this problem you are going to come out on the other end of. Because those who have done what Spirit asked them to do, that have sacrificed because they were doing what Spirit asked them to do, like yours truly, we will win. We are going to go through this time of chaos smoothly. We are going to go through this time of being able to focus on ourselves instead of going through all these digressive things, like not being able to pay rent, not being able to pay car notes, getting put out of y'all's houses, all kinds of crap that's going on. People leaving y'all in the dust. A season of betrayal, y'all. Yeah, a season of betrayal. Those friendships that you let go on for too long. Those relationships that you let go on for too long. Those habits that your children have that you have actively chosen to deny. And more importantly, the habits that you have actively chosen to deny, right? So who is to blame but you? Who? You demand that your ancestors and your spirits go to war when you allow them to starve 6 days out of the 7 day week. That don't make sense. It does not make sense to me. For you to actively decide that they owe you anything and you have been unwilling and lazy about giving them the simplest of requests. This, some of y'all, I'm gonna very much enjoy watching you fall and bump your fucking head. I am, because you should have did what you were told. Spirit talks about a lot of y'all being very afraid, especially watching this video and me confirming y'all's fears and paranoia is not paranoia. Shit's really coming. You need to pray. Y'all need to get on y'all knees and pray and stop praying for all this materialistic crap that you don't need, because a Gucci bag ain't gonna save you from an eviction. A man is not gonna save you from heartbreak. Friendships that you don't need are not going to save you from a time of distress. Because what those friends that you don't need are going to do, they're either going to abandon you or they're going to try to drag you down right with them. Y'all know my mama Oshun, she said something real interesting to me a couple days ago. She said, let a bitch try to drag you down and she will drown. So are you going to be the bitch watching a bitch drown, or are you going to be the bitch that drowns? Y'all need to figure that out. You need to figure out if you're the bitch that's drowning or if you're the one trying to drown someone else and actively accept that. That's another thing. Spirit talks a lot about feminine energy this season and how women are going through a time of karmic depression as well. And it's because I'm gonna talk to y'all about something a little off course, but right on the nail. Me being a woman, of course, I'm dealing with the feminine energy that's going on around us, just not in a negative way. Um, a lot of y'all have a really bad habit of having this insecure mean girl habit about you. If you can't beat them, you want to join them and you want to try to actively beat them while you're pretending to join them. Let me tell you something. Spirit don't like ugly. Spirit don't like ugly, and spirit always sees ugly. No matter who you try to blame, tell them that it's their fault. No, it's your fault. That's why you ain't got no friends. That's why your man is abandoning you. Men smell mean women. Did y'all know that? A man can smell a mean woman, and most of them don't like mean women, contrary to what y'all may believe. They don't. So when you sit here and you ooze insecurity and you are blasphemous towards other women, it's just another check mark, baby. It's not cute. You need to figure out what is wrong with you, the reason why you have such an issue with women in the first place. Because it's a you problem, not a women problem. Let's get that shit through y'all's heads right now. It's a you problem, not a women problem. There's nothing wrong with women. There's something wrong with you in women. Understand? Understand. And I'm not gonna get on to the women without getting on to the men because men are being just as shysty as women this season because, like I said, it's the energy of betrayal and it has no gender, right? So what's going on with a lot of men this season? A lot of you are either betraying or being betrayed by your brothers, by y'all's friends, by people that you knew shouldn't have been around you, that are actively willing to destroy you to get where they feel like they need to be, which is nowhere, to be perfectly honest with you. So, Spirit says you need to pray. You need to talk to Spirit. Y'all need to be asking for forgiveness because if you are not ready for what's coming in 2 months, you are going to go under. And it's going to be so bad. And play with my word if you want to. Play with my word if you want to. And you're going to be the same ones booking appointments, trying to get a hold of every priest that you can get your hands on. And we're going to sit here and be telling you, you should have taken care of this a lot sooner. But you chose not to. A lot of you don't want to fix the problems in your life until they actively become problems that you can't ignore. I will never understand that. I'm a practical person. More importantly, a practical woman. You do not wait until there's a fire, right? You don't wait until there's a fire that you can see to go check on the smoke, okay? Y'all will sit here and allow your entire homes to become filled with smoke before you will get your lazy asses up and go check to see what's going on. And that's what it is. A lot of it is just sheer laziness. You will sit here and ask spirit to open doors for you, provide opportunity. And when they do, you actively recognize, oh, this is too much work. I didn't know it was gonna be all this. I thought they was gonna do everything for me. Are you out of your fucking mind? What is wrong with y'all? It's I digress. Okay. Spirit said if you want stability, you're gonna have to pray for it. And more importantly, you're gonna have to work for it if you want to change this chaos that is coming. Or you're gonna be stuck. There's not going to be anything anyone can do about it. So when we sit here, as I'm going through this reading and talking about how we got here and what led us to this point, you actively disobeying spirit, you actively being disobedient, right? You telling spirit, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do y'all think that y'all are? You come here to a place like Black Spectrum Network, to the Voodoo Institute. You come here through these free mentorship programs and all this other crap. And you come here for power, a power that you have not worked for and a power that you damn sure don't deserve. So If you're sitting here with titles like Monze, and you're sitting here with titles like Hunsi, and you're sitting here even having the audacity to call yourself a priest, you need to hold yourself to higher standards in terms of your character and your morals. Don't think just because you hear a Black Spectrum Network that makes you a priest. This is a title that is earned. This is something that we have worked for. Do you understand? A title that is well deserved by the ones who are respected with that title, like myself. So when we sit here and we watch a lot of you women come into Black Spectrum Network and expect all this power because you are insecure, because you lack thereof, you are going to go under this season. We work for God, not ourselves, sweetheart. So if you came here looking for power, take it up with him. It doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. You don't want to be a part of a community. And you invite the energy of chaos into your life and then get upset when we refuse, when spirit refuses, more importantly. So let's move along. Prayer. Prayer is how you fix this. But let's talk about what's coming this fall, because that's what spirit wanted to talk about the most. Uh, Things will begin to kick up this summer. War, bloodshed, fighting, death. Did you not just see where 14 children, young spirits, babies were killed in a school shooting? It's starting, y'all. It's starting. Those spirits that have that darkness looming over them, I call them night walkers. hmm They're coming out of the shadows. They can't hide because the spirits getting agitated. That energy of chaos and smells just entirely too good to them for them to stay hidden. And that man went into that school and killed those children. Right? Are your children protected? Do you have protection over your household? As a woman, are you protecting your husband and your children? Are you protecting your children more importantly? Because a lot of y'all will put protection over a nigga before you'll put protection over your kids or yourself. You out here trying to help a man get a job, and you out here working a medium wage job, and your children are having trouble in school. But before doing work for them, you gonna do work for this nigga you not even married to. I digress, y'all. I digress, cause y'all just agitate me. The end result. Let's talk about it. Spirit wanted me to focus on this all. They wanted me to be very adamant about letting you know what's getting ready to happen because they're like, we warned you. We warned you. We told you to change the area of your ways. We told you to hold yourself responsible and accountable for your actions. We told you to stop being so malicious to other people because you're racking up a lot of karma. And that's what's coming this fall. That's what's coming this fall. It's almost like the dust is settling. Quiet storm. Made me think of Hunzi Soleil. Quiet storm. That's what's getting ready to happen. And do you want to know why? Because you've been focused on the wrong things. You have been actively focused on the wrong things. A lot of you, your heart chakras are being attacked right now. You are going through an immense heartbreak, whether that be friendships, separations, divorce, relationships, your kids, past trauma, God knows what. But your hearts are in agony right now, and it's only going to get worse. There is no let up in sight anytime soon. Do you understand me? So if you think, oh, this too shall pass, it won't. It's not. Not not until like next year. So are you going to go through the rest of 2022 in complete distress is my question. Or are you going to actively do what the fuck you were supposed to be doing? Putting food on your altars, putting water on your altar, and not just leaving it there and then walking off and saying, oh, my blessings going to come. Because no, the hell they are not. They don't owe you anything. You owe them food. You owe them water for doing shit for you that you didn't ask for them to do. Especially when you're unwilling to do the slightest, the simplest things for them, right? So Spirit talks about the outcome for some of you. Some of you. It will open a door of opportunity. For a lot of you, it will teach you lessons. Not to mention, this is a year of hard lessons to be learned. For some of you, if you come out on the right side of things, it speaks of power, personal power, getting to know yourselves, appreciating yourselves, setting boundaries. That's been really important this season, setting boundaries with other people, right? This is not a time to be asking for money because in a little while, money ain't going to matter too much. Money don't hold the energy of a real person. And a lot of y'all have attempted to replace money in your life as an emotion, and that's just not how the world works, honey. It's not how spirit works, and spirit really don't give a fuck about money right now. They don't care. They want you to fix yourselves, to mend yourselves, so that you may fix your bloodlines and stop wasting their damn time, right? So, not to mention conjure ladies. Okay, so spirit get on my nerves. For those of you, as I said about 15 minutes ago, there's a lot of hex work getting done and getting geared up to get ready to be done, particularly easing into this summer. And we're already easing into it, right? Because it's the end of May. Um, if you are focusing your energy on growing the wrong shit will grow. Don't be fertilizing bullshit and be upset when things when mediocrity blooms, right? So it talks a lot about being a conjure lady and investing our power and our time and our energy into actual growth, investing that growth into ourselves, investing it into productivity, right? Because the more you actively progress into shit that you don't need, doing things that you are now very much aware that you shouldn't, taking your power and thinking that it means that you are above God. And I know a lot of you like, well, I didn't think I was above God. When you come here and think that you are the shit and you ain't putting no work in, and you come from the Christian church, y'all don't want me to go there. Don't be coming over here from the Christian church thinking that this is a place of power where you just gonna be here getting revenge on all your motherfucking enemies. Cause bitch, you got us fucked up. That's not what we're here for. That's not what real priests do. Right? So if you are here, like I said, because you hold insecurities and you feel like you lack something and you feel like this practice is going to make up for it, you out of your fucking mind. And for those of y'all that feel entitled to this title, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? You're not entitled to shit. And your character and your morals depend on how far you get in on this journey. Okay? You may be able to play in the church, you can't play over here. Spirit sees all. We see all. Those attached to spirit and that spirit has attached to see everything. We will always know your true intentions. We will always know your heart and the intentions that you have brought amongst this community. Don't come into our community bullshitting because we will put you out every time. So I digress, y'all. Learn to be accountable for yourselves. Stop blaming everybody for what you're going through. Stop victimizing yourselves, please. Stop it. It's not attractive. And a lot of you are going through a period of victimization. And when I say a period, I mean like your whole life. You have been victimizing yourself your entire life and using that as an excuse for the way that you treat other people. Ill. Ill, unattractive, disrespectful. Um, you need to stop. You all need to be going to your ancestors and asking them what you can do to avoid this time of chaos, to make sure that you are shielded from the unsuspecting danger that is around the corner, from the evil that is lurking in the bushes. A lot of you are going to have hard conversations with people that you no longer can be around, that you no longer need, people that you knew that you were going to have to separate from anyway. You have to have hard conversations, right? Yeah, you're just going to. Why? Because they don't need to be here. So right now is truly a time of you deciding it's either gonna be you or me. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be damned. My Oshun, she meant what she said when it came to this child. She said, let a bitch try to drag you down and she will drown. She's going to fucking drown. And I'm gonna let a bitch drown every time. You all need to get out of the habit of trying to save other people before you save yourselves. Because did you know that that's a form of insecurity? Yes, that is a form of insecurity. Those of us that sit here and always trying to save other people instead of addressing our own problems. You can't do that shit no more. It's not helpful. And truth be told, it's self-serving to you. It makes you feel, it gives you this weird hero complex. You got to stop that shit. You got to stop because you're not okay at the end of the day. Your ancestors are not good, right? You're over here, look, just got a whole nother message about this damn school shooting. Look, Y'all better prepare yourselves. Y'all should even be putting protection over y'all's pets and shit. People's animals are finna start dying, y'all. Think I'm playing. Think I'm playing. If you have not actively done the work and put in the groundwork, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve protection. You don't deserve opportunity. You don't deserve any of it because you have actively chosen to squander it. Chosen to squander it. So why do you believe the spirit owes you shit? That's another thing. Get out of the habit of feeling like spirit always owes you something because my parents didn't treat me the way that I should have been treated. Or I have had my heart broken a dozen times by a dozen different men and or women, and that's why I treat this entire gender of people badly. Y'all out of your fucking mind. Y'all are delusional. Oh my God, yeah, I did. I got on YouTube to tell y'all are delusional because I have been sitting here, sitting back, and watching this foolishness go on for quite some time. And I'm just sitting here baffled at the fact that I'm actively hearing that you're blaming other people for your shit. I don't get it. Make it make sense to me, honey. This is your fault. Your fault. If your children are unhappy, your fault. You should have been paying attention to them a long time ago. Why don't you know what's going on with your kids? Why? Why don't you know what's going on with your money? Your money is squandering and other blessings are not coming in. Why? You're getting laid off from your job. Why? Car is breaking down. Why? You're talking to your ancestors, they ain't answering you no more. Why? Why? You need to figure out what you did and stop saying, oh my God, what was me? Stop assuming every time your ancestors take a step back that it's somebody doing work on you. Because that's just you trying to hold somebody else responsible when you know that you've had rotted food on that altar for 3 weeks. And you only replace it when you decide to go light a fucking candle. A candle. Ooh. The fuck? Like, y'all aggravating. But I wanted to get on here, talk my shit for about 30 minutes because I do not want to give this too much energy because it does not deserve that much from me. My life is fine and actively moving forward. Um, if your life is not fine, you need to be booking readings. You need to be booking appointments and going to real priests like ourselves here at the Voodoo Institute and at Black Spectrum Network, and you need to be talking to somebody about what you have going on because clearly this is not something you can handle on your own at this point because you have let it get so far out of fucking hand. You let it get out of hand. Every time you say I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to do that right now. I'm not going to pray right now. I'm not going to feed them right now. I'll feed them like 2 days or so. They tell you they want something. Well, I don't have the money for it, so y'all not gonna get it. Bitch, I could never. I could never. This is just, I just could never with y'all. There's some things that y'all be doing when it comes to your ancestors, like giving them half-eaten food. Yes, some of your coven brothers and sisters have done this. I wish I would have said something then. How dare you give your ancestors your leftovers? Fuck you. Like, why would you do something like that? Why? You give them leftovers, but you'll go and buy an entire meal for a man that don't care about you. Drive all the way to his job for his lunch break to give him food, where you didn't spend money, just sat here and spent money that your ass don't even have. That's another thing I wanted to talk about briefly before I get off of here. Um, Stop complaining about how much spiritual work costs when a lot of y'all are willing to spend $300 on a pair of shoes. Stop, because y'all come to us and I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna pop my shit this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Don't you ever be as so disrespectful to complain about how much spiritual work to change your life and change your fate and to open doors for you costs when you are willing to go out of your way to spend money on shit that you don't fucking need and you can't afford. You can't afford it if you can't buy it twice. Did y'all know that? I know y'all done heard that saying before. You can't afford it if you can't buy it twice. So instead of trying to flex and wasting money and squandering your resources on shit that you don't need and that does not matter for people that you don't even care about, just to show them that you have something that you really don't. But then you get on the phone with respected priests and priestesses, and you disrespect our names and our power by trying to ask us why the fuck work to heal you would cost 250, 300 some dollars. It should cost more than that, truth be told. We're the ones venerating y'all's ancestors, not you. We're doing everything that your asses are supposed to be doing. And you want to complain when you came and enlisted our help, not the other way around. Right? So I can't speak for everyone else, but if you gonna come to this love goddess, the love goddess, have your morals and your character in check, or I will check it for you. Okay? Because this is the season. My mother Oshun is active here in the world. I know a lot of you are like, oh my God, that sounds so nice. Do y'all not know that she is the energy of chaos? She is not here on happy messages, y'all. Some of y'all she probably not even fond of. Keep that in mind. So be mindful of the chaos that is going on around you. Be mindful of the panic. Be mindful of the anxiety. And be aware and accountable if this shit is affecting you directly. Because if it is, it's something on you. And you can actively come to us to come get it removed. You can come to us to protect your homes and protect your children if you don't know how. You can come to us so we can figure out what the problem is so we can help you if you want help. But a lot of you don't. And so this fall, when shit really hits the fan, because what's going to happen is things will begin to stir up this summer. By the time the fall comes, drastic decisions are going to start being made. That's when divorces will happen. The fighting starts in the summer. The decisions and choices are made in the fall. Karma is coming. You need to decide how much karmic debt you done racked up because of your ego. Well, is there anything else y'all wanted me to tell them? Stop being so spoiled. That's exactly what they said. Stop being so spoiled. Stop being so spoiled. Stop feeling like you deserve everything just because your life is hard. Because, newsflash, sweetheart, everyone's life is hard. We are all human, experiencing life on earth as God intended. So if your life is hard, do not come here looking for sympathy. We can come here and tell you how to fix it. We are solution based people, not problem based people, y'all. So be aware. Be aware. Don't come to us complaining about the same shit over and over again. Because that means that you just didn't do what we said. Okay? Just stop. Stop it. You all need to start coming to us with a list of shit that you want to work on. That's what it needs to start being at this point. I'm gonna start making that shit a requirement. If you want to come talk to me, I need a list of things that you know that you need to work on. And I need honesty, because if you don't know me, you know I could smell, literally, physically smell a lie. So I'd be real careful about coming to me and bullshitting me, right? One of the other priestesses may be a lot kinder than I am. So I decided to get on here and warn you all, because I keep seeing everybody going through this shit, and I had to let you know why you were going through these things. It's literally my job. So I will be leaving the tag for love donations in the comments, wherever the comment section is, because the phone turns sideways. Um, so you all can thank me for this pre-warning, even though I hadn't already warned y'all before. And to be honest with you, I hope y'all get y'all shit together before it's too late. I really do. Because contrary to what you may believe, I don't like watching people go through shit. I just don't, especially if it's avoidable. And a lot of this pain and heartbreak and ache and a lot of these things you could have avoided, actively avoided. And I really wish that a lot of you would have. I wish you would have put your ancestors through all this bullshit. Because for an entire armies of ancestors to say, we're taking a step back because we'll be damned if we go to war for you, that is something very crucial and very serious to pay attention to. You need to figure out what's going on with you, what's wrong in your heart right now. What kind of morals and standings do you really stand on? Are your words, right? Are your words speaking kindly to others? Are you taking out anger that you have gone through and pain that you have gone through on other people, right? Figure out what's wrong with you. That's my message of the day. My message of Wednesday, the day of communication. You need to figure out what's wrong with you so you can actively begin to work on it, or so you can at least, if you're not going to work on it, stop blaming other people for it. Right? Right. I share everybody. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. But I love you though. Make sure you're booking your appointments. If you need help, we're always here to help. Literally, always here to help. Make sure that you're booking your appointments with the Love Gods at the Voodoo Institute and the rest of the lovely ladies here. We have some wonderful readers. If y'all gonna go to Hunzi Soleil or Hunzi LaBelle Venus, be ready to get your ass handed to you though. Okay, same here. So I just really need y'all to understand and to learn. Go to the other priestesses and learn how to divine so you can start divining for yourselves. But start taking your practices more seriously because this is a practice where we change lives. We don't play with them, right? So be mindful that what is who gonna say? You're always being considered. We see everything that you do. Just because there's thousands of y'all here don't mean that we miss a fucking beat, right? So I love y'all, right? I appreciate y'all. Please don't come to me with no more bullshit though. Bye y'all.